Hello students, welcome to my channel Hans Commerce Tutorial for the lectures on commerce, accounts, finance and management. My suggestion to you, before watching the video, please go to the description below my video. You'll find a link there. Take a printout of the problems given in the link and keep it ready before watching the video so that you can be able to understand the problem, the solution and the explanation to get the maximum benefit from the lectures. Thank you. Now this is the 28th problem. See the 28th one, this is exactly similar to the previous problem 27th one, and only the figures are different. The procedure, the entries, the calculations are exactly same. The following is an extract from the trial balance of Vishwam Bank Limited as on 31st March. Bills discounted 20,35,000. Rebate on bills discounted not due on 31st March 2003 24,000. This is the rebate on bills discounted at the beginning of the year because we are closing the accounts on 31st March 2004 and this is the rebate on 31st March 2003. The opening rebate. What we have to do? Opening rebate should be added and closing rebate should be deducted. Discount received 1,50,000. An analysis of the bills discounted is as follows. 4 bills are given: 1,09,500, 1,46,000, 182,500, 255,500. 4 bills. And the due date including grace days: June 9th, June 19th, July 9, July 29. Rate of discount 15%, 15%, 16%, 16%. Find out the amount of discount received credited to profit and loss account and pass the necessary journal entries. Exactly similar problem, only the amounts are different. First of all, calculation of rebate on bills discounted end of the year, 31st March 2004, at the end of the year. So same columns, only the amounts have taken different. Due dates, the number of days falling. See here, we are closing the accounts on 31st March 2004 and the due date of the bill is 9th June 2004. So March के बाद April आएगा, then May, then June. See, April. After March, April 30 days, May 31 days, and June 9 days. So 30, 30, 60, 70 days. So we got 70 days here. We have to calculate the discount for 70 days. So multiply 1,09,500 into 15% into 70 by 365. So you are going to get 3,150 as the rebate. Second, 1,46,000 is the amount of the bill and the due date is 19th June. So we are making here 19th. April 30 days, May 31 days and then June 19 days. So 30, 30, 60, 70, 80 days. So we have to calculate the rebate for 80 days. So again, 1,46,000 into 15% into 80 by 365, 4,800. Next bill, 9th July. 9th July. So April 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, and July is 9. So 30, 90, 100 days. So 100 days we have to calculate. 100 days we have to find out. 1,82,500 into 16% into 100 by 365. You are going to get 8,000. Last 2,55,500. 29th July. So again we write on April 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, and July on what date? 29th. So it is going to become 120 days. So we have to calculate for 120. So 2,55,500 into 16% into 120 by 365, 13,440. 13,440. Now take the total 29,390 is the rebate on bills discounted end of the year, 31st March 2004. Now easily we can find out how much discount to be credited to P&L account for the year ended 31st March 2004. So discount received is given in the problem 1,50,000. To this we add rebate on bills discounted on 31st March 2003 opening beginning of the year 24,000. Add up 1,74,000. Rebate on bills discounted at the end of the year, 31st March 2004, closing, just now we have calculated. Subtract. The 1,44,610, this is the interest to be credited to profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2004. Now, journal entries. Exactly same entries. First entry, discount received. Customer's account data to discount received 1,50,000. Being the discount received during the year. Then rebate on bills discounted account data to discount received 24,000. Being the opening rebate adjusted in discount received. Opening rebate adjusted in discount received. Next one, discount received account data to rebate on bills discounted. Closing rebate 29,390, we got it here. Being the closing rebate on bills discounted adjusted in discount received. तो डिस्काउंट रिसीव को डेबिट करने से कम हो जाएगा डिस्काउंट और क्रेडिट करने से डिस्काउंट बढ़ेगा. तो ओपनिंग रिबेट को ऐड करना है, क्लोजिंग रिबेट को लेस करना है. तो ओपनिंग रिबेट के टाइम पे डिस्काउंट रिसीव को क्रेडिट करेंगे और क्लोजिंग रिबेट के टाइम पे डिस्काउंट रिसीव को डेबिट करेंगे. That's all. These are the entries. So these two problems are exactly same, only figures are different. So we have completed 28th problem. Come on students, now we'll start problem number 29. The following particulars are extracted from the books of Messrs. Sound Bank Limited for the year ending 31st March 2004. Interest and discount 1,96,62,400. This is the interest and discount. Rebate on bills discounted balance on 1/4/2003, beginning of the year. Opening balance, opening rebate 65,040. Bills discounted and purchased 67,45,400. It is ascertained that proportionate discount not yet earned on the bills discounted, which will mature after April 2004, amounted to 92,760. Simple means this is the discount which is not earned but received. This is nothing but rebate, closing rebate. Closing rebate क्या होती है? Rebate is nothing but a discount received but not earned or unearned discount. जो करंट ईयर में डिस्काउंट आ गया लेकिन करंट ईयर का डिस्काउंट नहीं है, वो नेक्स्ट ईयर का है, एडवांस में रिसीव कर लिया, तो उसको रिबेट कहते हैं. तो दिस 92,760 is the discount which will mature after 31st March. So this is the closing rebate. Previous problem we have calculated closing rebate, but in this problem closing rebate is given, opening rebate is given. Pass the necessary journal entries adjusting the above. Exactly same entries we have to pass, 3 entries what we have done in the previous problem. 3 entries. First entry for interest and discount received. Second, opening rebate की entry. Third, closing rebate. And show the rebate on bills discounted account and interest and discount account. So apart from passing the journal entry, we are required to make the accounts, 2 accounts. One rebate on bills discounted account, another interest and discount account. These 2 accounts. But before that, first we pass the journal entries. Journal entries, first journal entry, customer's account data to interest and discount. Interest and discount is an income for the bank. For the bank, interest and discount is an income. So its account will be credited. All incomes will show credit balance. So interest and discount will be credited. From whom this interest and discount has to be received? Customers. So customers को debit कर देंगे. तो customers account data to interest and discount 1,96,62,400 being the interest and discount received. Now opening rebate. For transferring opening rebate to interest and discount. Rebate on bills discounted account data to interest and discount. Rebate on bills discounted account data to interest and discount opening 65,040. It is given in the problem. Now closing rebate. Closing rebate interest and discount account data to rebate on bills discounted. उल्टा है, opposite. Opening का opposite closing होता. तो interest and discount account data to rebate on bills discounted 92,760. This is the closing rebate on bills discounted. Right? These are the entries. Now we are required to prepare the ledger account, rebate on bills discounted account. Opening rebate 65,040. So we are required to make the rebate on bills discounted account and interest and discount account. First of all, we take the opening balance of rebate. opening balance of rebate will be taken credit side by balance brought down. This rebate is coming from the last year. So credit side 65,040. So first we will take the opening balance. Now we post to the entries. Whatever entries we have passed, these entries will be posted in the ledger account. The first entry, customers account data to interest and discount. So interest and discount account credit side by customers account 1,96,62,400. First entry posted. Second entry, rebate on bills discounted account data to interest and discount. So rebate on bills discounted should be debited and interest on discount should be credited. So debit side to interest and discount 65,040 and interest and discount credit side by rebate on bills discounted 65,040. So here rebate on bills discounted debited and interest on discount credited. Which entry? Second entry posted. Second entry posted. Now third entry, interest and discount account data to rebate on bills discounted. So interest on discount account debit side to rebate on bills discounted. And rebate on bills discounted account is credited by interest and discount 92,760. This is the closing rebate. So all the three entries we have posted. Now we'll find out what is the balance. The balance in interest and discount account. Credit side, take the total of these two. You are getting 1,97,27,440. 1,97,27,440. From this subtract 92,760. You are going to get 1,96,34,680. This is the balance transferred to P&L account. This is the current year's income from interest and discount. The current year's income from interest and discount to be credited in profit and loss account is 1,96,34,680. And here the balancing figure. Credit side will take the total. It is coming 1,57,800. 157,800 minus 65,040. The balancing figure is 92,760. To balance carried down. This is the closing rebate. This will be transferred to the next year. Here it is carried on. Next year it will become brought down. So these are the two ledger accounts. Rebate on bills discounted account and interest and discount account. The last problem, last and final problem on this banking company accounts. Following are the 30th problem, problem number 30. Following are the statements of interest on advances in respect of performing and non-performing of Madura Bank Limited. Find out the income to be recognized for the year ended 31st March 2004. So we are given the interest from performing assets and non-performing assets. Interest from performing assets and non-performing assets. And it is asking you how much income should be recognized for total income to be recognized for the current year 31st March 2004. Here what information is given? Interest earned, interest received. Performing assets. First we'll discuss about performing, then we'll go to non-performing. Performing assets, cash credit and overdraft. 1800 interest rupees in lakhs. 1800 interest earned, 1060 interest received. Whereas term loans 480 interest earned, 320 interest received. And for bills purchased and discounted, 700 earned and 550 received. This is for performing assets. For non-performing assets, cash credit and overdraft, 450 earned but only 70 received. For term loans, 300 earned but only 40 received. Last, bills purchased and discounted, 350 earned but only 36 received. So we are given the information regarding cash credit, overdraft, term loans and bills discounted and purchased. The interest received, interest earned and interest received. Separately it is given, right? So now we have to follow the guidelines given by the RBI regarding the income recognition. For income recognition, यानी कौन सी इनकम को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे, अर्नड को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे या रिसीव्ड को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे. टू इनकम्स आर गिवन. अर्नड कितना हो गया और रिसीव कितना हुआ, बोथ आर गिवन इन द प्रॉब्लम. एग्जांपल फर्स्ट वन, तो 1800 is the earned amount but received is 1060. 1800 is the total interest earned on interest and discount, cash credit and overdraft. कैश क्रेडिट और ओवरड्राफ्ट के ऊपर 1800 इंटरेस्ट अर्नड करे लेकिन उसके ऊपर रिसीव करे 1060, अब किसको रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे? रिसीव्ड को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे या अर्नड को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे? दैट इज अ क्वेश्चन, दैट इज अ क्वेश्चन। उसी तरह नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट के लिए भी अर्नड भी दिया है, रिसीव्ड भी दिया है। अब किसको रिकॉग्नाइज करना, किसको रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं करना, वी हैव टू गो टू द गाइडलाइंस गिवन बाय आरबीआई। So here I have written, according to the RBI guidelines, interest on performing assets should be recognized on accrual basis. Accrual basis का मतलब whatever interest earned that should be taken, whether received or not, immaterial. If the asset is a performing asset, if the asset is a good asset, then interest should be recognized on accrual basis. Accrual का मतलब earned, जितना भी अर्न हुआ ले लेना, चाहे वो रिसीव करो या ना करो, इमेटीरियल फॉर परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स। एंड फॉर नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट इट शुड बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड ऑन कैश बेसिस। कैश बेसिस का मतलब जितना रिसीव करे उतना ही रिकॉग्नाइज करो, जो रिसीव नहीं करे उसको रिकॉग्नाइज मत करो। सो दीज आर द गाइडलाइंस गिवन बाय आरबीआई रिगार्डिंग द इनकम रिकॉग्निशन। सिंपल वर्ड्स, परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स ऑन अक्रूवल बेसिस and non-performing assets on cash basis. जितना कैश रिसीव करे बस उतना ही रिकॉग्नाइज करो। किसके लिए? नॉन परफॉर्मिंग। और परफॉर्मिंग के लिए जितना भी अर्नड हो रहा पूरा ले लो, रिसीव्ड को मत देखो। दैट इज फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट हाउ मच इज द टोटल इनकम फॉर द करंट ईयर ended 31st March 2004. Now first I am taking performing assets. The performing assets we have to recognize according to accrual basis or earned basis. Earned basis. So here cash credit and overdraft 1800, term loans 480, bills discounted and purchase 700. Total 2980 should be recognized as the income from performing assets. On what basis? Earned basis. Accrual basis. Non-performing asset interest received basis. Cash basis. Cash basis we have to take. So how much cash received, that only will be recognized as income. So cash credit and overdraft 70 is received, that only will take. Earned we should not take. Similarly, term loans 40 received, bills discounted and purchased 36 received. So total received amount 146. Now the total income to be recognized for the current year 31st March 2004 is from performing assets 2980, from non-performing assets 146. The total income to be recognized is 3126. This is the total income from interest to be recognized as per the guidelines of RBI. So we have completed 30 problems on banking companies. So briefly we'll recap. One video I have prepared, 2 videos I have prepared on explanation about the banking concept. How bank accounts will be prepared, profit and loss account and balance sheet. What are the different terms used in bank accounts, that we have discussed in 2 videos. So if you want the complete knowledge, please go to the theory video. First and second theory video you watch carefully, then you can be able to understand how to make the final accounts of banking companies. Then 10 videos I have prepared totally on problems. So don't break the sequence. If you break the sequence, if you start watching from middle of the videos, you cannot be able to understand. If you want the complete knowledge, one after the sequence you follow, first video, second video, third video, then only you can be able to get the complete command. So I have explained you to the best of my ability, each and everything I have explained. Now it's up to you. If you want the complete knowledge, watch the videos. So all the best for your preparation, for your knowledge, and if you like my videos, please like it, share it among your groups, among the friends, and subscribe my channel so that more and more students can be benefited from my lectures. Thank you. See you again in the next video. On the next video, I'm going to prepare on insurance claim, inshallah, in the coming days. Okay, all the best.